visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
You don't want to skip out on the next Raptors home game, anybody, because you will all get a Northside Crew t-shirt. And don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Time for the game. Bring the pair of We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word RAPTOR along with your issue and sequencing to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Season tickets are now accepting deposits. Be here for all.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for Royce O'Neal.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. We've got Booker. Andre Drummond is out there with O'Neal. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Be out there with Dick. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Here's Booker. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Booker's got the game going here with the first basket for Phoenix. Here's P, defended by Booker. P passes to Ingram. From down in the low post, it goes.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Drummond passes to O'Neal. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Jakob Poeltl. And Doris, one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Pass to Booker. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Kept alive. A kick out to O'Neal for 3. That's good from Booker on the assist by O'Neal. Booker's got 7 points in the game. And here's Toronto. It's a 3-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes. Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
He no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Jeffries kicks to Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Inside. Here's Jeffries. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And again, no good by Toronto. The Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Booker. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Drummond.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a minute here to get things.
Need a spot. You can do it.
And here are the Raptors now. They trail by 1. He out there with Dick. Then it's Walter. And it's Mobo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, he, in the last game against the Trailblazers, had a nice performance. He ended up with 15 points, and it was the best work he's done on the glass this year. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Phoenix.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
Now done. After the missed 3 from P, they get it again. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Booker outside. A floater. Booker taking the hit.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's P. Covered by Lillard. Here's Mobo. He can't get that one. Good D by Drummond. Suns leading by 3. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker, no good. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's P. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in, and it's Ingram in for Grady Dick. Here's P. Defended by Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Monday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. And then on Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And Toronto making a change here. Walters checked in. The Suns making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in for Booker. Sensabaugh, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Sensabaugh has got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Now here's Lillard. After the miss from P.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Back to Ingram. There's the screen. It's hauled in by the Suns. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
And so here's Toronto. After the miss 3 from Damian Lillard. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from P.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. Grady Dick comes in for Walter. There's the lob to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And there's the drive. He with the bucket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Lillard. He has 6. From past the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Toronto Raptors.
I got to see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel to do it? I agree with you. They need to do it better, but can they?
And now, time to glance at the power rankings midway through this regular season. Thanks for spending halftime with us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So with Lillard on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Royce O'Neal. He's out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Booker in at the point guard position. Now, here is O'Neal. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 3. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Suns lead by 7.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
O'Neal against Barnes. To the paint. Here's Poeltl. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Suns. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Here's P. Following the score by Phoenix. From 11 feet away, that one's not going to go. Good D by Booker.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Ingram passes to P. No good from outside. Phoenix leading by 7. Driving the lane. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's P. Defended by Booker. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Raptors moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Toronto needs to get off the shot. Takes the 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Ingram against Booker. Good balance by Booker right there.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's P. Defended by Booker. Over in the corner, Barnes. Pass to P. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Well, there are certain guys you probably don't want to challenge. Andre Drummond sends it back. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here is Jeffries. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Yep, it counts.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's P. Defended by Booker. P passes to Dick. There's the pick. Ingram outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Walter, he's checked in for P. Suns leading by 22. Walter out there with P. Then there's Scotty Barnes. And it's Abaji in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Booker. Done with it. Back to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. P grabs the miss. The Raptors shooting 40% from the field. Barnes passes to P. Lillard comes with the double team. Here's Abaji. Misses the 3. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Booker, right side. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist in this one. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. He with the bucket. Here is Lillard. Pass to Bouknight. With 3, Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's P. Covered by Lillard. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Pirtle, he's checked in for the Raptors.
fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Grayson Allen.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now here's Bouknight. He's guarded closely. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Ingram, he's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Walter. Barnes, screen on Lillard. Here's P. Covered by Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to P. Lets the 3 fly. Phoenix grabs the miss. Dunn's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Dick. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now here's Bouknight. Dick defending. Now here's Bouknight. Here's Dunn. No good on the 3. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's P. Covered by Lillard.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Bouknight. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Toronto with the ball after the Suns pick up 2.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The second chance effort, done outside. Pass to Bouknight. Allen outside. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
No good. Here's Bouknight. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know,